Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, everybody. We have our first guest on the couch right now. Joining us from Connect Summit County, one of the co-founders of Connect Summit County is Lynne Rutan. Lynne, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me this morning, this early.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining us this early. So we're talking about LEAP training in the Summit County Clubhouse.
Okay. First, I wanted to talk, if it's okay, about...
We can talk about whatever.
Okay.
I don't need my cue cards.
Okay.
Let's talk about whatever. How's it going?
Good, really great. Thank you. I'm so happy to have an opportunity to talk about LEAP because it has been something that has been so important to our own family.
Okay.
First, you have to start by understanding that there is a symptom of mental illness that's called anosognosia. It's a terrible word, but it means persistent and severe unawareness and lack of insight. And so it makes people with mental illness not be able to recognize that they are ill.
Okay.
And so we have an adult son with severe mental illness, and it was so frustrating for us because he wasn't sick. It was our problem. It went on butting heads, and it was just a terrible thing. And we, about 3 years ago, discovered this book, I'm Not Sick, I Don't Need Help, by Javier Amador.
Okay.
And we read the book, and it was, a light bulb came on that our son wasn't being nasty, he wasn't being obstinate, it was part of his illness. And Dr. Amador is a clinical psychologist, internationally known, who has done research and worked with the research of this severe and persistent unawareness for about 30 years. And he has come up with this program called LEAP, which is a way of communicating with and building relationships with a person who suffers from this severe and severe unawareness. And we are very fortunate that he's going to be able to come to Salt Lake and Park City on Thursday, the 15th. He's going to be giving a workshop on LEAP to anyone. It applies to families, friends, co-workers, peer specialists, but it also is very helpful to mental health professionals and criminal justice people, because they're dealing frequently with people with this kind of issue. So we're extremely fortunate that he's coming. It's a day-long workshop on Thursday. It's at Alumni House at the University of Utah, and you can contact leapinstitute.org, and it's $35, but that includes a book and lunch, so it's a good deal as well as everything else. So he is coming, he's doing the workshop on Thursday, and then on Friday and Saturday he's doing smaller group workshops to train people who then will be able to train others. So on Friday he's going to be training professionals and in both the mental health and the criminal justice system, and then on Saturday he'll be training people like us, family members, peer specialists, and the two smaller trainings will be at the Blair Conference Center at Park City Hospital. They're hosting that part of it. So the smaller groups will be up here, and we're very fortunate to have such an expert be able to come and teach us. But then we also will have a cadre of people who can then go out to the community and teach these techniques to other people. So that's the really exciting news.
I think that's super important that, you know, people are aware of this lack of awareness almost.
Yeah.
Because as someone who has dealt with mental health issues in my life, it's almost, you're in a whole different mind frame. And what was the word again? The
anosognosia.
Agnosognosia.
Actually, it's anosognosia.
It's not even Big Word Wednesday, and we're throwing this out. And is this something that's been newly founded? Is this?
No, it's been but it's not got a lot of attention
yeah.
yet. Yeah. So it's really important, and Dr. Amador has done huge amounts of research on it, and has worked with other people, and but the message is hard to get out. But if you know about mental illness, you know that people become defensive. And when they're unable to get their treatment because they don't accept it, it leads to homelessness, it leads to hospitalization, involuntary hospitalization, it leads to suicide. I mean, how frustrating for a person not to understand why they are having issues.
Oh yeah, and it builds up on, like, everything just builds up on each other. It's like a Jenga, because, you know, this person's not getting better, and that makes it more frustrating, and then they're frustrated that they're frustrated. It just keeps building up and up and up. And
it is really difficult for the families and the caregivers to work with people. So LEAP stands for Listen, Empathize, Agree, and Partner, and it's a special system. They sound like very simple ideas, but the way Dr. Amador has put them together, it's really a very comprehensive way of talking with the person with mental illness. So, and I'm not going to get into all the details of it because I'm not an expert yet. I read the book, I've used the techniques, but one of the reasons that I really wanted to go to Dr. Amador's workshop is sometimes when you hear it, and he'll be doing role playing, and it's actually kind of a fun program, very serious but fun.
And when are those workshops taking place again?
So November 15th at Alumni House.
Okay.
It's a full-day workshop. Alumni House at University of Utah. On Friday and Saturday are at the hospital, and those two you have to attend the first workshop to go on to the Train the Trainer programs.
In your own words, how important is it for people to attend these workshops?
I am just trying to get the word out to everyone because it has saved our family. It is a program that has really been so important to us. And one of your producers, Kim Crittenden, is going to be taking the training too.
Okay.
And it's invaluable if you are dealing with a situation where the person that you love is not able to accept treatment or goes off his or her medication. You need this program. So.
If people want to find out more information about everything, where can they go to?
They can go to connectsummitcounty.org, but they can also go and register on leapinstitute.org. That's really the best place to go and get all the information.
Well, Lynne, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this great awareness that's going on. And I mean, it's big. It's definitely hit hard in my life with mental health awareness.
I wish you could come.
I got to work. I know. Someone has to keep this television station going.
Well, the good news is that we will then have trainers in this community, and Connect will be facilitating to get more of these trainings about the techniques of LEAP. So you'll be hearing a lot about LEAP if you can't.
Good.
You can't attend this one. So.
That is awesome to hear. Lynne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we have more Mountain Morning Show coming up after these words from our sponsors.